The day has finally arrived, everyone. It is my turn to have a flat. So in today's video, I'll be showing you how to fix a flat. So you can get a flat for multiple reasons. You could even maybe have driven into a nail, or maybe most of the time these valves over here, they intend to tear at the top. So you're gonna have to diagnose and see what is wrong. In my case, I drove into a nail. So my repair is gonna be actually really simple. I also just want to share with you guys the nail that I drove into. I will show you guys once I remove the wheel. It's actually here between the threads, which is repairable. If you like drove into a nail on the surface of the tire, usually it is not repairable. I just want to clarify that for you guys. Also, if your valve over here is leaking, the valve itself, or maybe torn close to the wheel, you also unfortunately cannot fix it. So you'll need to get a new tire. But in my case, we can repair it, and we're gonna need all of these things. We're gonna need a jack, and we actually have a kit over here to help us remove the nail, and then obviously to stick one of these in to seal it up. But first things first, let's get the wheel cap off, because we want to loosen the bolts while the car is still on the ground. If you're gonna jack your car up trying to loosen the tightened bolts, you can actually wiggle the car and your car can just collapse down. And also, it is a little bit windy today. I'm not gonna lie, it is a bit overcast. Usually when I want to record videos, it's raining and etc, but if I don't want to record it, the sun shines, so sorry for that. So usually these wheel caps, they come off easy. You usually just yank on them. I just want to find a good spot to get my fingers in. There we go. That was actually really simple. So we're gonna put it one side for now, and we have got 4 bolts. Oh yeah, do wear your gloves, guys. I didn't think about that now, but it's okay. So we're gonna take this spanner over here and we're gonna turn it anti-clockwise. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. All 4 of the bolts are loosened now, so you don't want to take them out completely. If you do take them out now, the entire car is going to collapse up because our jack is not up. So we're going to first put in our jack, and then we're going to remove all the bolts. And there she is. How beautiful is that? That is a beauty spot. Look at how flat this tire is. And the worst thing of everything is, check out my hands. I mean, my hands are freaking dirty, and I brought gloves and I didn't even put it on. So yeah, don't follow my steps. Put them on now. So we can actually get this out in 2 ways. We can actually use our side cutter to like maybe wedge it up, or we can just get a star screwdriver and try to turn it out. I think that's what I'm going to be doing now. I don't want to like damage it any further, and I just want to take it out properly. Great news, I could have turned it out, and bad news, I forgot to press the record button. But I got my gloves on, intelligence upgraded to level 2, and here is the screw. So at this moment you actually just want to throw it away in a dustbin or something, but I'm just going to put it in here for now. Let's go. There we go. The reason why I'm putting it in there is that if as soon as you leave it on the floor, you might actually just drive over it again. So there is the damage, and I must say this damage over here is a pretty nice solid damage. You can actually buy all of this in a kit. So you get these 2 tools, which I'll show you how to use. You get some kind of 100% repair gel, and you also get this over here. So I'll be showing you all how to use this. So first step, because we do have our hole over there, we're gonna use this tool over here. So technically how it looks like, it looks pretty rough. So you're gonna be pressing it inside the hole, and when you do press it inside of it, you're gonna be turning and trying to like clean out this hole as good as possible. You wanna make sure that you make it nice and smooth, and also if you do clean, you're gonna make sure that when you do clean, you press it like in a circular angle to make sure that you get all the dirt and the stuff and the loose tire from all the sides. Great stuff. So we are done with this tool over here. This is how the hole looks like. It is clear on the inside. It is literally just the small part here. at the back. I mean, we can probably move that out of the way. So it was really difficult to actually hold the camera, hold the tire, and drill in at the same time. There is one thing bugging me a bit. If you guys do look over here, it does sharpen out a little bit, but it's not deep. The hole is sitting over there. That is just a tire that got a little bit damaged from, well, I wouldn't say damage, it's just one of these threads. So we're just gonna make sure that we patch that up properly. So what we wanna do now is we wanna use this device again, but we're gonna go and place some of this up. So the reason why I put some of this glue on is just so that we can lubricate the inside of the hole. So when we do add these strips later on, it will just go in much smoother, and also we do know that we have glued it properly. So let's do it. Moving over to the next part, we are going to use this tool right over here. So how it works is we are going to take one of these strips, we're going to put it in halfway, and then we're going to go and shove it into the hole, which is right over there. Sorry, I just bumped the camera. And if you do look closely here at the end, it's actually not one piece, it's split. So what means that if you do pull it out, these two parts are actually going to spread away from each other, leaving the strip inside. So this is how the strips looks like. I think they come in various colors. I don't think it means anything specifically. And sorry if the camera is kind of wobbly or not focusing. I'm actually using my two hands and my knee is holding the tire up. So I'm trying to multitask over here. So we're gonna see to get one of these. They are really sticky, which is very, very good. You want it to be super sticky. So we're gonna try to get it in there. I think I might actually have to take my glove off for this. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go big. There we go. We got one off. Okay, so you don't want to touch it too much and make it too dirty. Don't follow my steps. Let's see if we can get it in there. There we go. We want to place it exactly in about halfway, which is about similar to that, which seems to be fine. So we're gonna go press it into the hole, and you want about 2/3 of it to be in the tire. So you only want two small parts sticking out. You don't want to get too little inside the tire, because if you can get more in the tire, what will happen is it will seal underneath when you're trying to pull it out. And then also at the top, we're gonna like flour it out and trying to get it on the surface. And if there's too much excessive of the sticky stuff, the strips, we're gonna cut it off with the side cutter. Wow, that's really sticky. Hopefully I got that entire shot in. So I pressed it in all the way, and as you can see, we got the two sides sticking out over here, the one side and the second side. So now we can actually go and pull it out. So the sticky part is gonna stay behind, is gonna stick in underneath. So let's pull it out. Perfect. There we go. There is our mushroom that is not focusing in. There we go. Look at that. That looks so bad. But yes, this is about how much you want to stick out. Honestly, I could have gone a little bit deeper, because when I did pull it out, some of the strips did actually come out a little bit more, but most of the part is stuck underneath the tire. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my side cutter over here. I just had to find it quick. We're just going to cut off a little bit of it. We don't need such a big part actually sticking out. So after flouring out the strip, we are not gonna go and put the wheel back on. We're actually gonna go take the Audi and we're gonna go and pump the wheel up. I mean, I can probably put on the spare tire for meantime and drive the car to the garage and then pump it up, come all the way back, and then obviously change the wheels again, but that is just too much work. So we're just gonna go take our other car, go pump it up, come back and place it back on the car. So the tire is on, it is pumped up to 2.3 bar. We also hand tightened these bolts over here. Do notice that the car is still on the jack, so we're going to use our spanner, which is somewhere down over there. We're going to tighten them a little bit in a crisscross pattern. We're not going to tighten it all the way, because if we do tighten it, we might rock the car and the car might fall down. So we're just going to tighten a little bit. We're going to drop the car and then tighten them properly. Boom, baby, that looks awesome. If I had to polish this wheel, you guys will think it's a brand new wheel. I'm just joking. So, one thing I can't believe either is the way that the car was angled so far down. Even when I was jacking the car down now, I hardly even took the jack like all the way down to get it back out. It was actually shocking to know how lowered this car was because of the flat wheel. So, also another thing I can't believe is my hands are dirty again. Oh, wear your gloves, everyone. I'm just joking. Thank you so much for watching. I really do hope that this video helped everyone out. If you're in need of that help though. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to drop a big like. If you have any questions, make sure to drop it in the comments below. If you'd love to support the channel, hit the logo at the bottom right corner to subscribe. If you want to see a similar video, hit the icon on the left. If you want to see one of my most recent videos, hit the icon on the right. I'll see all of you legends in my next video. But for now, peace out.